you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And once upon a time, the History Channel was more than weird shows about guns, weird shows about Nazis, and weird shows about aliens. Once upon a time, the History Channel told us about history. And every now and then, they would talk about the time period that we're going to discuss today. This game takes place in the 1500s in feudal Japan during a series of conflicts to unify Japan. And the game focuses primarily on Oda Nobunaga's quest to unite the whole of Japan under the banner of the Oda clan. Now, this game was originally released in 1986 by Koei. Koei, who we now know as the makers of the Dynasty Warriors franchise, part of Tecmo, that whole thing. But once upon a time, all they really made were strategy games. So Nobunaga's Ambition, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Aerobiz, Uncharted Waters, L'Empereur, all that stuff. L'Empereur, don't mind me. It's been a long day. All those games fall under the umbrella and the banner of Koei. And Koei was really good at what they did. Though a lot of that stuff kind of fell flat when it came to a lot of younger gamers, myself included. I played this game for the first time when I was a kid. It completely overwhelmed me. And I didn't touch another game by Koei for a while. Now I appreciate them. They're still not necessarily my bag, but I can play them and understand what's going on better. Back then, I was just like, man, what a ninja's at? Well, you know, why Ryu Hayabusa not in this? Ryu Hayabusa should show up in, or one of his ancestors could show up in a game like this. But first of all, Ryu Hayabusa is a fictional character. Everything about Ninja Gaiden is fictional. Ain't no demons rising up out of the ground trying to get a sword. That's one. But yeah, these games are amazing. And for a gamer who can grasp them, they're pretty doggone phenomenal. Today, let's take a quick look at Nobunaga's Ambition. Now, this is the first game, well, the second game in that series. The first one to leave Japan. And this one was released in 1989. And like I said, it follows a series of battles waged amongst a number of daimyo or warlords to unite Japan. It's unapologetically from that period. There's not a whole lot of really talking around any of that. You're going to get this. And this is what you have to work with. So you have scenarios with fewer daimyo than others. You have instances where you can allocate resources to raise morale amongst peasants and soldiers, or expand your land and your influence and your grasp, which in turn could decrease morale among peasants, recruit more soldiers, feed the people, raise taxes, lower taxes, all that stuff is happening here. You can hire assassins to go and poison other daimyo. Yeah, like I said, a lot is happening in this game. And it's all really well done. There's not going to be a lot of just graphical superiority here. It's menu heavy. There's a lot of menus, a lot of maps, not a lot of super highly animated stuff. You ain't going to press a button and make a thing happen immediately. It's all a bunch of menus. So if you like resource management, stuff like that, you're going to really be into this. If you're a history nut, you're going to be into this. If you just really, really like old stories about Japan, you might still be into this. Not as much as the history buff though. Also, don't get it twisted. Just because Oda Nobunaga is in this game and in the Onimusha series, there's no overlap there. This is based in reality. Onimusha, probably not. But yeah, this is a great game and a great example of how you can use video games not only as a teaching tool, but as a window into history. I guess those are the same thing. I don't know. But yeah, if you decide you want a copy of Nobunaga's Ambition, you can probably get one about $25-$30. Every copy I saw was actually priced respectably. It was a complete copy, strangely enough. So you can get a copy for about $25 to $30, maybe a couple of dollars more, but it's likely going to be a complete copy. There are a lot more copies of Nobunaga's Ambition 2 floating out in the wild. Same type of deal. The menus and graphics and maps might be a little shinier. But yeah, that don't really matter as long as the gameplay stays solid. Also, there are a number of sequels and ports and all that stuff from the NES all the way up to the PS4. So there is a version of Nobunaga's Ambition on everything. Literally. So if you like them, you can go grab yourself a copy. This has been the 8-Bit Animal. And I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow, bad news. This is an unlicensed shmup where you control a helicopter. Good news, it was released and developed by Codemasters. I think we broke even here.